Welcome back. During the break, ladies and gentlemen, Richard Hawkins made his way to the ring, and he is now confronting the YouTube champion, as these guys are going to be battling each other at MPWF Fully Loaded. And now, I cannot hear what they're saying, but, I mean, obviously something is going down inside the ring right now. And Mathematics telling him to let's go, and Tommy Douglas out of nowhere pushing Mathematics. And Douglas still believes that he should be a part of this matchup at Fully Loaded. So, I mean, will the general manager Tiffany decide to change it? I mean, Douglas proved that he deserves to be in the match. He may not have beat the YouTube champion, but he put on one hell of a contest, and this is a question. I mean, what's going to end up happening at Fully Loaded? Will we see a triple threat match? And Douglas seems to think so, but that right now is what's scheduled: Mathematics versus Richard Hawkins. And there's Yamasaki Yoshino as he prepares for the contract signing later on tonight. It's a big night still to come, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Extreme Rules match, Apollo vs. Whisper, the contract signing, and now we've got Deborah Dangerous on the microphone. And what an ovation, ladies and gentlemen, for Collaboration Zero's KJ Stevens, as MXZ accompanies him to the ring tonight. On MPWF Superstars this past week, the Avenger defeated MXZ in singles competition, and now tonight the fallen KJ Stevens finds himself against a former world champion in Tyrone Fitzgerald. Last week on Annihilation, Collaboration Zero was able to defeat Cash Money Inc. Can KJ Stevens hope for that success from last week and defeat the world champion? If he does, this will be the biggest victory in his entire career, ladies and gentlemen. And you thought that the Avenger had an advantage because of his size over MXZ. Tyrone Fitzgerald has size and experience over KJ Stevens tonight. The tag team specialty seems to be on Collaboration Zero's side, but not so much in singles competition. And Tyrone Fitzgerald is very confident tonight that he's going to beat KJ Stevens, and so is Deborah Dangerous. She believes that her men, Cash Money Inc., are the best tag team in the MPWF, and they're going to be the next World Tag Team Champions. Well, that remains to be seen. So this crowd here not responding very well at all to Tyrone Fitzgerald. So Tyrone Fitzgerald turned his back on the fans a long time ago and could give a damn about what they think. What Tyrone Fitzgerald is focusing on tonight is making sure he stops KJ Stevens and continues to push Cash Money Inc. further to their tag team title aspirations. And here we go, Tyrone and KJ Stevens, and Tyrone Fitzgerald in the face of KJ, and KJ showing that he ain't afraid. And Tyrone Fitzgerald telling KJ to suck it. Oh wow, what a move there by KJ Stevens. And expect some exciting moves by KJ Stevens, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is phenomenal in the ring. And some call him a spot monkey, but I don't give a damn, it's exciting. And then Tyrone Fitzgerald working at the knee. Right there, that's something a veteran does. A veteran doesn't worry about using special moves. Oh, a figure four leg lock there. A veteran worries about taking a body part, working on it, and winning that matchup. Tyrone Fitzgerald, an original member of the Creed, former tag team champion before with Joe Eagle, and a former world champion, now part of Cash Money Incorporated. Many MPWF faithful believe that Tyrone Fitzgerald is not doing great with his career, seeing as he is with Cash Money, seeing as he's a former world champion. They think he should be challenging for the title. And oh, KJ Stevens with a fake there, trying to distract Tyrone, but it didn't work. And I gotta disagree with that. Tyrone Fitzgerald right now wants to focus on his tag team wrestling again in his career. I mean, he's experienced the World Championship, And he's at the point in his career where he just wants to be a tag team superstar, where he wants to help push the likes of the Avenger and Ricky Cash. And now Irish Whip sending Stevens into the turnbuckle. And Tyrone Fitzgerald, you can see arrogance on his side there. And a clothesline on KJ Stevens. I think that's our first Paul screen in about a week. This is great by MPWF standards. But nonetheless, Stevens headed to the outside of the ring, but hangs on. And now Tyrone Fitzgerald. Oh no, KJ Stevens fights back. And KJ Stevens now. Springboard. Stevens back inside the ring with a Hurricane Rana off the top rope. With a great response from the crowd. And now KJ Stevens on the top rope. His cousin MXZ cheering him. And KJ there with the corkscrew taking down Tyrone Fitzgerald. And I told you that this guy's offense is going to be exciting. I want to kick there by Stevens. And now KJ reversing here. Hurricane Rana taking down Tyrone Fitzgerald. KJ Stevens and MXZ. They're cousins, but they're also related to Angel Blade and Lethal Mathematics. Both their cousins are extremely successful in their single careers. And wow, KJ Stevens knocking Tyrone off the apron. KJ Stevens now, springboard shooting star press. What a move there by the fallen KJ Stevens. And now Stevens looking to go back to the top rope again. This kid has no fear here. And wow, what a move. What a move. And this kid is putting all the stops. He is doing great tonight. He is taking it to former world champion Tyrone Fitzgerald. KJ Stevens is bringing the pain. And look at this here, driving Fitzgerald's face to the mat. And I said this crowd is excited as hell tonight. 1, 2, 3. And oh, Tyrone just gets the cover. Sorry, gets the shoulder up. Breaks up the cover. And now Fitzgerald being Irish Whip now. And now a beautiful arm drag takeover there by Stevens. So tonight has been definitely a great focal point on the young superstars of Annihilation. Fitzgerald missing there, as we saw that cruiserweight tag team matchup. Dr. Ice Jr. and Tyler Fell battled each other. Mathematics and Tommy Douglas. And now you got the excellence of Stevens, and what a back suplex there by Tyrone Fitzgerald. Jesus Christ, Fitzgerald knows how to apply that suplex. And now Fitzgerald looking at him, working away at the elbow there. And working at the elbow doesn't necessarily stop the offense of KJ Stevens, but he could be trying to destroy him mentally. Could Fitzgerald. And now Fitzgerald there with an atomic drop now. And now Fitzgerald catching him in a headlock here. Front face headlock. And now, oh, there's the arm breaker. And that may be what Fitzgerald is looking for. Maybe looking to try and submit Stevens to that armbar. Not armbar, sorry. Famed by Alberto Del Rio and Chris Jericho. And there's a chop to the chest there. And now Fitzgerald now driving the knee in the face of Stevens. Fitzgerald, like I said, he wasn't happy by that offense of KJ Stevens whatsoever. And Stevens fights back, pushes away now. And now KJ Stevens driving the head to the mat there. KJ Stevens fighting back out with those spin moves. Tyrone Fitzgerald hasn't moved like that in 10 plus years. And now Stevens now bouncing off the rope there. And now Stevens going for a Hurricane Rana again. And this catches Fitzgerald one more time. And now Stevens back to the top rope, looking to descend off the top. Corkscrew, and oh, the knee to the gut. Fitzgerald read that move like a book. And now twisting away at the wrist. But Stevens there with a reversal. So Stevens showing great resiliency in this matchup. And again there without Hurricane Rana takeover. And MXZ happy and Deborah Dangerous screaming on the outside of the ring, telling Tyrone that to end this matchup. And Stevens now back to that wrist once more, and a deep arm drag takeover. Said once the whole escapade is done between the Natural Disasters and Apollo and Antonio Goldman, one of these two tag teams are going to arise as the new #1 contenders for the tag team titles. And that's what these guys are going for. Both these men here, KJ Stevens and Tyrone Fitzgerald, looking to impress General Manager Tiffany, looking to pick up a victory for their respective team. That's what's on their mind. The only thing that they want are those World Tag Team Championships. They want to kick that by KJ. And now KJ to the outside of the ring here. And now KJ, oh, removed there by KJ. And now KJ picking Fitzgerald up. And again with the Hurricane Rana. Those Hurricane Ranas seem to be catching Fitzgerald like no other. And now KJ Stevens on the top rope here. Go for a corkscrew, but a knee to the a knee to the gut one more time. Fitzgerald is able to see those high-flying moves from the top rope coming, but KJ able to reverse him on the ground, and that's something I didn't expect. And Stevens working around the body here, and now again driving Fitzgerald headfirst to the mat. So those moves, those blows are devastating. Stevens now go for a cover. 2. Oh wow, Fitzgerald didn't kick out. Fitzgerald didn't kick out. Those blows to the head were too devastating, and KJ Stevens picked up the victory. A huge victory for the fallen KJ Stevens. He's just pinned a former Raw Heavyweight Champion, and Deborah Dangerous is shocked. Collaboration Zero continuing some momentum here in the MPWF. Can these guys become the new #1 contenders for the tag team titles? I just got it on my headset that this Sunday Night Metal, the #1 contendership match for the tag team titles will be Collaboration Zero versus Cash Money Incorporated.